You will see how to identify the terminals of a single-phase, split-phase type induction motor. Open the cover of the terminal box carefully, taking care not to damage the gasket. You know that there will be 6 terminals for a single-phase, split-phase type induction motor. Assume that the terminal indications are not available. Give arbitrary numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 against the terminals in the terminal box as shown. You know the following from theory. There will be 2 terminals for the running winding. There will be 2 terminals for the starting winding. And there will be 2 terminals for the centrifugal switch. You also know that there will be continuity between the 2 terminals of the running winding. There will be continuity between the 2 terminals of the starting winding. There will also be continuity between the 2 terminals of the centrifugal switch. You further know that there will be no continuity between the terminals of the running winding and the terminals of the start winding. You further know that there will be no continuity between the terminals of the running winding and the terminals of the centrifugal switch. You further know that there will be no continuity between the terminals of the centrifugal switch and the terminals of the starting winding. Using the multimeter in the resistance range, check the resistance between the terminal 1 and the other terminals 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You find that there is 1 ohm resistance between the 2 terminals 1 and 4. And you find that there is no continuity between terminal 1 to terminals 2, 3, 5, and 6. You also confirm that there is no continuity between terminals 2 and terminals 3 and 6. You find that there is continuity between terminals 2 and 5. You find that there is continuity between terminals 3 and 6. You confirm that there is 3 ohm resistance between terminal 2 and terminal 5. You can now confirm that terminals 1 and 4 belong to the running winding since it has a lower resistance than that of terminals 2 and 5. You can now say that terminals 2 and 5 belong to start winding. You find that there is 0 resistance between the terminal 3 and terminal 6. You can determine that terminals 3 and 6 constitute the centrifugal switch. Now, mark the machine terminal 1 as R sub 1 with paint and terminal 4 as R sub 2. Similarly, mark the machine terminal 2 as S sub 1 with paint and terminal 5 as S sub 2. Similarly, mark the machine terminal 3 as C sub 1 with paint and terminal 6 as C sub 2. You have successfully identified the terminals of a single-phase induction motor.